Hi everyone, this is Leroy and Michelle. We're just following up with you guys, talking about our move to Panama. And since we went to Panama, we're just doing a video about what we thought. But before we get into that, just a reminder, we are currently living in Canada, just in a small town in southern Ontario. We are across the river from Detroit, so basically the Detroit River. So we're about 20 minutes away drive from Detroit, and we live in a 5-bedroom home which has 3 levels. And now that we are empty nesters, we decided that we wanted to downsize, and we thought as we want to travel around, we would probably like to do that soon as we're selling the house or doing whatever we decided to do that in that way. That would be a good time for us to look at other places to live, and we decided on Panama as one of those places. So we took a trip there just to check it out. So as I said, we recently took a trip to Panama about a couple of months ago now, and just to see if it would be a good fit for us. We're going to be sharing those thoughts, what we thought about it in this video. So one of the draws of going to Canada for us was the cost of living. So in Panama, it seems that our savings would stretch much further than they would in Canada, because as anyone who knows that lives in Canada, the cost of living has increased significantly over the last few years. And it seems to be getting, it seems like it's only going to increase. So when we went to Panama a few months ago, we spent about a week there, and we just looked at the shopping and dining to see how much more affordable it would actually be. So what do you think about that?
Definitely eating out was very affordable. The meals, we were paying like $3 to $4 for some places, weren't we? You know, and they were good hearty meals, good filling meals. The fondas, and
Even the restaurant prices weren't bad, were they?
Yeah, the restaurant prices were good as well, actually. Very good. And the tipping culture is a lot different as well. You know?
I don't think there was tipping, was there? Or was
I mean,
you could if you wanted to, but it wasn't like you had to. We find that you go out mostly a lot here now, it's like, 18%, they just automatically put it on there. So it's very different there.
10% is a really good tip over there.
10%
really
is pretty good. So that we found was, on that side of things, like going out was definitely more affordable. The shopping side of things, I mean, shopping for groceries and things like that seemed to be much more affordable as well.
I know nothing about that.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything about that. But there's so many markets that you can shop for, like, your fresh produce and stuff like that. You have markets that you can go to. But this actual supermarkets that we went to, I think it was very similar in price to what we pay right now, but we were staying in Panama City, so maybe outside of the city it might be different, more affordable depending how far you were.
Well, it would be much cheaper, wouldn't it? Because the city is definitely the more expensive place, and we thought it was really cheap.
It was very reasonable, and everything was in US dollars, is charged in US dollars in Panama, so that gives you an idea of what kind of price that you're looking at, so it was easier for us to compare. But speaking about shopping, it's great there as well, because we didn't really realise how, well, I wouldn't say we didn't realise, we knew that they had like shopping malls and stuff there, but they had like really high-end shopping malls, and they had everything from like Chanel and Dior, and then you had like the other stores like H&M, the Nike store and stuff like that. Very nice modern malls there, and then you have like the street markets, so very diverse, very varied. They even have their own version of Costco there. I think it's called
Conway. Is it Conway?
Conway.
Is it
I think no, Conway was more like Target.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
And
okay.
then I think it's Price Mart.
Oh, okay.
Price Mart is their version of Costco. And the good thing about being in Panama as well, you can also shop on Amazon.com and get your stuff delivered there. So that was always a bonus as well. So, you know, basically they have you covered for any type of shopping that you want to do. If you want to do cheap shopping, high-end shopping, online.
Yeah, I mean, that multi-plaza mall, I bought a really nice pair of shoes, man. I couldn't believe it. There were so many to choose from as well, weren't there?
Yeah.
We went back a few times.
Yeah, he bought something this time. I didn't buy anything. If you can believe that. So then I think what we should probably talk about next is the weather.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Perfecto.
Perfect weather.
For me, anyway. Para mí.
Yeah, I mean... You know, at the moment we're here in Canada and it's
Frio.
It's actually really cold here at the moment. So we're not in the minus temperatures yet, but we'll be getting there soon. So we will be saying goodbye to those type of temperatures. So for Panama, they have year-round warm weather. So it's, you know,
sweltering.
Always hot.
Yep.
They don't actually have daylight savings there, so it's the same time that the sun rises every day and sunset. So around 6 a.m. the sun comes up, 6 p.m. the sun goes down every single day. When we visited, it was the rainy season.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we were expecting a lot of rain, but it didn't really rain that many times.
I know when we landed, it had rained because it looked a little bit wet. But then apart from that, I think I only remember it raining on 2 occasions.
Yeah. And then it had like really torrential, and then it stopped.
Yeah,
and then
I don't
it was
remember
back
getting
to
cold.
being really hot, and I think it was probably a little bit humid sometimes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But
and roasting up.
I mean, but very, very hot. So definitely like shorts weather all the time.
That's what I like.
I'd never have to wear like a jacket or a long sleeve top. Or maybe I would one day once I got used to the heat. But yeah.
After a few days, remember it was out at night time around, I don't know, what was it, about 10, and we thought, oh, it doesn't feel so hot. But
it was weird.
We felt not cold, but we felt okay, didn't we? And it was like maybe 25,
and
it was late at night.
Maybe we were just getting used to the weather.
Yeah.
After
acclimatizing.
8 days, were we?
Maybe.
Yeah. So, so another plus side that we found as well when we were there is the actual people there. So everyone was very welcoming, incredibly friendly. Everyone we met, even the Uber drivers, were so nice.
I mean, I always like to ask people, do you like the place where you live in? And, you know, if we was in London in a black cab and we said to a cab driver, you know, tell us about London, they'd say, or if we say we've just come back from Canada, they say, oh, what'd you come back here for? You know, you're better off over there. This place is going to the dogs. It's this, it's that. But in Panama, everyone says, ¿Te gusta Panama? You know, they all said, yeah, they really like their country, which I think is a really good sign. Really good sign. No one says I didn't like it or don't come here, or everyone says they really like it. Even the people from Colombia, you know.
There's a lot of people there from Venezuela and Colombia, and obviously they've got their troubles in their countries, but they were saying how much they love it there, and it was the best decision that they ever made. Another thing about the Uber drivers as well is that they wanted to practice their English with us, didn't they? Yeah. Which was nice. So,
and we wanted to practice our Spanish.
Yeah, so vice versa. We would chat with them in English for a little bit, and then we would chat with them in Spanish. So that was nice.
And don't forget the prices of the Ubers. The Ubers were so cheap.
Yeah.
$3.
Yeah.
$3, $4, $3.
So, I mean, we barely ever spent more than $5 on a ride, an Uber ride, did we?
Only to the airport. It was. I can't even remember anyway.
About $10.
Yeah.
$12.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very affordable to get around.
And the metro.
Yeah.
35 cents a ride.
Ride, yeah. So
35
no matter how
cents.
many stops you went, every time you did a ride, so you could do the whole train line and it would be 35 cents. So every time you went and, you know, in between, it was 35 cents.
And it's got AC.
And it has AC, it's very clean. You know, it was just a whole new experience. So unbelievable that it cost 35 cents, but that was a good way of getting around as well. We didn't actually do the buses, but the buses were quite reasonably priced as well. So yeah, what was I going to say? The Uber drivers were great. Who else did we meet that were nice? Just everyone really, wasn't it? Just people on the street always say, buen dia, and have a good day. Buenos, buen dia, hola, you know, everyone was very friendly. So it's very like, you got there was a great sense of community there from what we experienced.
Yep.
Yeah, so like people in the restaurants, just everyone was really nice.
Yeah.
So that was a bonus. We just felt very welcome, didn't we? We didn't feel like we were being watched, or, you know, sometimes you go to a foreign country, you're like, don't know, people might look at you.
Stand out, or
but not in Panama at all.
No,
so,
and you know, sometimes they'd speak to us in Spanish thinking we were locals.
Yeah, they thought we were locals, so that was nice. So another thing, well, we didn't experience it when we were there, but obviously another reason of us considering Panama is the actual healthcare that they have there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously as we're getting older,
maybe
you know, it's a consideration about, you know, if we ever needed medical attention.
It's supposed to be
they
amazing.
have state-of-the-art medical centres there, and they take really good care of you there.
Yeah.
You can even contact your doctor on WhatsApp and just message him and say,
where else can you do that?
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm not feeling good or something's happened. They'll say, okay, I'm going to come in today, or I'll come to you.
Yeah.
And they're actually more about preventative medicine over there, which I really like. Not so much about curing illnesses, but talking to you about your lifestyle and how you can, you know, take care of your health before you get to that point where you might need additional medical help. And obviously a lot of the doctors do speak English, which is a bonus. I mean, you could make an appointment the same day if you needed like a scan or a specialist appointment, you would get it within a few days. That never happens here in Canada. Speaking from experience, here in Canada, when you need a specialist appointment, it takes at least, after referral, about 8 to 9 months, if not more, to get an appointment. So it's nice that you would have that option if you needed it there and be able to be seen straight away. So that's something that we really, I really like the idea of, that you can get taken care of if you need it there. So
yeah, a lot of people say, and it's dirt cheap as well, what you pay them for medication, for doctor's visits, going to see them.
Yeah. Even
when they come round to your house, it's dirt cheap.
In comparison to Canada or the US. So for retirees, there's some fantastic tax incentives as well. So you would benefit from low or no taxes on foreign income.
Yeah, they don't tax foreign income.
Yeah, and also say you got the pensionada visa, I think it's called. Yeah. You also get a lot of discounts on some of your utilities and other services. So that's really amazing. And once you've retired, you know, that really helps, because then you can keep more of your retirement money in your pocket rather than spending it on stuff. So really encourage people who are retired to go to Panama. So that's a nice perk.
Yeah. And they get, did you say about the discounts that they get with the pensionada?
Yeah.
15%, okay.
Was it 15%?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it 15?
I thought it was 25.
I can't remember actually.
But there is a discount, so
big discount.
It's a significant discount
flights and
on flights, like cinema tickets and stuff like that, and the utilities and
yeah.
So it's good. So with Panama, you know, even if you're looking for like a city life, or if you like the beach, or you like the mountains, there's truly something for everyone there. So on the last visit, we ended up staying just in and around Panama City itself, but we hope to explore other parts of Panama at some point as well, just to get a vibe of the whole culture of the city and the country. So that's something to do as well. So we also saw a lot of apartments, didn't we, when we went over there?
Yes, the JW.
Yeah.
By far the best.
Yeah.
The only one for me, by far. As soon as I saw that, as soon as we went in, I saw that infinity pool and the view from there. That was it. I was sold. I was ready to sign on the dotted line, but she wasn't offering us anything, was she?
No.
But so, yeah, that place was amazing.
We saw lots of good places, lots of different types of rentals, and that one really was nice, actually. The one that
by far the best. Yeah, by far.
So that was in Punta Cana.
Punta Pacifica.
Oh, Punta Cana, Punta Pacifica. Punta Cana's in
Dominica.
Punta Pacifica. So we really liked that one. We visited two areas that we liked. We liked
Costa del Este
and Punta Pacifica.
Yeah.
So at least now we know what areas that we like.
Well, area-wise, we like Costa del Este because it's like new, isn't it? Everything's new. It's a modern
hospital, town. Brand new everything, and all that stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
it's still being built. Basically, they're still building houses and apartments. So,
but if there was a JW in Costa del Este, that would be perfect. Something similar, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
But the JW was just head and shoulders better than anything I've ever seen. Just the amenities, everything that you've got there, the reception, the shops within there, the views, the pool. The restaurants.
Because you were thinking that you'd like to be downtown Panama City, didn't you?
Yeah.
When we went there, we were thinking that Panama City would be, because
Avenida Balboa. Yeah, that's what I was thinking before I got there.
Avenida Balboa, the long walk along the water there.
Yeah.
But in the city, I found that a lot of the rentals were a bit dated, weren't they?
Yeah, they looked a bit dated. Yeah,
they were a bit dated.
That was it. They were a bit dated.
And a lot of humidity, because they were right close to the water as well, I found. Like some of the apartments were, because of the humidity, there's like a damp smell sometimes in some of them. So you'd have to have like dehumidifiers and stuff like that in the apartments. So that was something that was a consideration. But then once we went out to those areas,
didn't smell it.
No, not really. No. But yeah, so we at least have two areas that we like the look of so far, and the next time we go, we'll probably want to go and look at more apartments in Costa del Este, because we didn't see any apartments in Costa del Este.
We did, didn't we? We saw one, right?
But it wasn't really what we were looking for, was it?
And
it was a last minute thing. It wasn't like we were able to sit down and look at what they had available. It was the only one that we could get to see that day, and it wasn't really what we were looking for. So hopefully the next time we go, we now know what we like, right? And what we're looking for. So we'll possibly do some more apartment searching whilst we're there, because remember they had the island that they're building as well.
That sounds amazing.
That has apartments and different types of accommodation there. So that would be nice to get to explore those at some point.
Yeah, it was a man-made island.
Exclusive
next to the JW, and didn't get to go in, but it sounded amazing.
Yeah, so hopefully next time we go, we'll be able to see those. But definitely the JW Marriott would be a good place to start. And with all the facilities there. But yeah, definitely got more of a view of what we liked, which was a good thing, really, what we wanted to do on this visit.
Yeah, I definitely need something with an amazing view, like when we stayed at the Hilton, or the JW. For me, anyway, I need a view like that, looking out
No, it's nice to have a
onto the
nice
ocean.
view. I mean,
And those big balconies as well.
yeah, you can go and sit on the balcony and have your dinner or
Just
have your breakfast or your coffee in the morning. It's nice. So
calming.
very calming. Yeah. So so after we spent some time there, I guess it's confident to say that it's highly recommended to look into Panama as a place to retire.
Yeah, so many people are relocating there.
Yeah.
So many from the States and Canada.
Yeah. So even if it's just to start, and then, because obviously there's other places in the world that we possibly be looking into at a later time, but for somewhere, for a base.
This is the start.
Yeah, for a base to go from. Definitely up there with a good place to retire. So
very good.
Anything you want to add? The language barrier wasn't too bad. I mean, we have been practicing our Spanish for about a year.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
we
were fine, weren't we?
A few new phrases, didn't we, that we didn't know before. I mean, it's always easier to pick up a language actually being there.
When you're there,
So we just started to get more comfortable saying or speaking Spanish, because they know that, you know, you're trying. So they always give you pointers, and they like the fact that you're trying. So that's not really something to stop you from moving to a foreign country, in our opinion. But there was a lot of people there that spoke English. So if you really, and you always have Google Translate
in the restaurants,
yeah, you always have Google Translate as well, which helps. But we didn't really use it, did we?
No.
So
we managed to get by fine, didn't we?
Yeah. So we will definitely be making more videos in the future. Obviously, now that we have made that decision to make Panama our next home, well, temporary home or whatever.
It's looking that way anyway.
Looking that way. We'll be sharing with you our next steps, what we need to do to actually start the process. So it is a longer, I mean, it can be as quick or as slow as you want it to be, but there's certain things that we need to do. For instance, getting background checks and forms and getting a lawyer to help us out to make sure that we have all of our paperwork in place. So that's the sort of thing that we're going to have to start looking. Well, we've already started the process. So on the next video, I'll be talking more about that. I mean, what is the actual process of actually moving to another country? So we've actually done it before. As I said before in our previous video, we moved here from the UK. With kids. So it will be different. No jobs. So this time will obviously be different. Our children have grown up now, so it will be just us. And so we'll share with you what happens next. If you guys have any questions from what we said in our videos, please feel free to leave a comment, and as usual, please like or share this video if you enjoyed the content today. So as I said, we fully recommend retiring or even visiting Panama. I mean, we really enjoyed it.
I'm looking forward to sunshine all year, wearing shorts every day, and feeling that sun. I mean, I don't know if you're one of those people, sometimes the weather does affect your mood, doesn't it, sometimes? So it's nice to be able to say, oh, at least it's going to be sunny today, or it's going to be warm. So whatever makes you feel good, right? Right. I don't need to shovel any more snow ever again, or even see snow or feel cold. I'm done with it.
I actually like the autumn, or the fall that you call it over here. I actually enjoy that time of year, so that would be something to get used to. But whatever you pick. I mean, what can you do? You can't take that weather with you, but we can always go and visit somewhere cold, maybe.
Yeah, I don't need to see that again.
So
not me. Not me.
All right, and so until next time, we'll see you guys. Take care.
Nos vemos.
Nos vemos. Bye.
See ya.